Hey everyone, Squirrelcore here. Um, this is an annoyance that I have every now and then with fraps, and that is that once in a while it does not seem to like to recognize my microphone being plugged in. It might be Windows doing it, I'm not sure. But it didn't recognize my microphone was plugged in, so it tried to use the shitty little microphone built into the laptop that I use for recording, and that's just no good for anything. So instead, what I have done is I am going to do a post-com on this, yada yada yada. Anyhow, this is the first episode of my Terraria. I cut quite a bit during the actual recording, and I'm gonna cut even more so now that I'm forced to go through and do all this narration after the fact, and I really dislike doing post commentary. But what can you do? So, let's see. Currently, I am mining some lead. The world that I generated had lead in it. So yeah, you can see the video, you can figure out what's going on there. There's a bunch of stuff I went over in these stages of the video while I was talking. Trying to explain too much for this series. Okay, for one, unless I am making a world that I'm going to be using just this character on, I will be not using this character on any other world that I already have a start in. That might mean later on, though, I might break that rule by visiting a friend's world in a multiplayer server or whatever. I have no qualms about bringing characters between worlds. And that, but I will not bring things from other worlds into this one if I grab them with a new character. I will admit that in episode 2 you will see me with shadow armor. And what I had done there is, or not shadow armor, but the ancient shadow armor, which is actually enemy drop. What I had done for that one was I dropped out of the world, did some after this recording was done, and I spent about 2 hours farming Eater of Souls until I got the 3 pieces of ancient shadow armor. That was a lot of work. Those 3 armor pieces, the cost, I did not record my farming of them, or well, I did, but it was really boring, and I was doing nothing but taking up hard drive space, so I'm not going to keep that footage. You can see here I'm still chopping out trees, getting everything ready. Standing very close to what will be the location of my house for the at least the beginning of this series. But so I am going to possibly be doing things like that where I pop into another world and do just some farming on it, but I will make sure I do very little on this world beyond mining, and that I don't film. Boss battles, any farming will be shown of a boss, unless of course it's a boss you've seen me fight 2 or 3 times already, because I'm the kind of person that will farm a boss a lot. Let's see. So here I am, just continuing on with my thing. About to drown myself so I can set up to build my house. I remember doing this. I realized that water wasn't deep enough. I had so little coinage at this point in the game, I didn't mind losing a few copper. I was more in a rush to know the exact location of spawn so that I could design my house around that spot. I did a few things out here beyond that. While watching a silent video while I try and narrate it is very boring, making me yawn. Okay, so I killed myself. I had named this character Let's Play. I know, not very creative, but I needed a way to identify it from my other characters. That there, what you just witnessed, was me marking the exact location of my spawn, and my house will actually be built around that location. Looking at everything I have going on here. There's a cut while I built the house. The first night rolled around, I had made sure that our guide, the levee, was put in there. And I'm sure I'm talking about some kind of plan or another that I have no idea what it was. I crafted up some armor, wooden armor, just for the 3 extra points of defense. Or I think I get 1 bonus point for the armor bonus, don't I? Now I'm just kind of setting everything up, aren't I? Yeah, toying around with inventory. I think before I go into my 3rd recording session, which I believe will probably run us into episode like 3 or 4. I have to check how much footage I have. That might be episode 5 even, depending on how I cut up footage. Yeah. So here I am, just getting various things set up, trying to work on some infrastructure very early on. I have a few other games of this genre, by the way, and I did mention it momentarily in this recording, that I might be doing, or rather I don't have them, but they are very high up on the to-do list. Let me see here. There I have them sitting right at access. It's Cree is actually a game I might do. But back to where we were. What we have going on here is me setting up a handful of little things. This here is a tree farm I'm building. This tree farm, those torches are kind of to make it easier to see at night what's happened. And I'm just building a tree farm. I'm trying to decide. Flipping through, building everything I need, making a campfire so I can be healed when I'm near the base. Just lots of infrastructure stuff really right here. Yeah, I think have I built it yet? No, I haven't. I'm about to build a wooden sword as well, I believe. That's so that I have an actual decent weapon to use for the remainder of this episode. Until I find a more preferred weapon. So yeah. not much really else going on here. A lot of this was, as my first episodes of sandbox games seem to be, even the ones that I have deleted because I didn't like the video quality, I always just seem to talk a lot and stuff. The other thing I seem to have been cursed with is sandbox games. Anything I actually do end up posting, I have to do a post-com on. Like, I think I took down my Factorio footage. I have to check. I did not like the quality of it in hindsight after rewatching it one time. But if I haven't, then it's still up there. You're welcome to watch it. And that footage was horrendous. So now I'm building a mine, or the entrance to a mine. Keep on bumping my microphone. This here is a entrance to the mine. I explained that this is going to be destroyed late game, or before I enter the hard mode stage of the game. And anybody who has played Terraria knows of hard mode. It gets really nasty unless you can make your world significantly safer through a variety of means. I'll be fortifying my base and such before that. I think I talked about the various ways to do so. Here I am, just trying to make this as deep as I can with only one jump to escape. I'm walling it off so monsters can't spawn. Just a lot of very, very basic things, to be perfectly honest. Seeing if by any way I can make that wall connect nicer, which it turns out I couldn't. So yeah, that's about all there is going on here, just me building a mine. To give you an idea of how this series is going to go, with me being able to look into the future, I'd already have done future episodes and such. And this being post-commentary and everything, and having more time to think over all of this stuff that goes with that, is one, I plan on being able to make this series go as far as I can. Boring tasks I'm going to either edit out or whatever. Do what I need to. I have an extensive knowledge of this game and its mechanics and so on, so I will be taking advantage of little mechanics and exploits within this game. Use the term that you see most fitting. And so on. I said all of this during this video, but I know for now that this is going to be far more true. I will try to hopefully get relatively late game before I decide to start a new world which we'll play on, but we will be using the same character for basically everything. And if I do any kind of other world characters on a new world, like say I go on to another world and enter this world with that character, I will not, if, for example with the Shadow Armor, which you will see at the beginning of episode 2, I made sure that I brought back none of the money I made from farming them. I just deleted it all, in fact. I deleted the rotten flesh and all the Eater of World banners I had. And in the future we will be maybe making a second Let's Play world and farming them that way. Or Eater of Souls, I believe, is the enemy I'm thinking of. Eater of Worlds is the boss. Here I am starting some exploration. Trying to get an idea of where everything is. And this next portion is going to be quite boring. So I'm going to stop this here and make a cut, I believe. So yeah, talk to you guys again in a few minutes. We're almost through all of this. I really don't know what to say because everything I said was very circumstantial to what was going on through my mind at the time of the recording. So I'll be back when I see something where I've done something actually useful. Okay, so here we are. I have finished exploring. I'm back at the base. It's nighttime. This is night number 2, and here we are. Here's the map. I had explored quite a bit in both directions. Here we can see a little bit of desert. And I went a fair distance that way. Also, if we go this way, I ran into a lethal fall. But there is an ice biome there, and I really dislike the snowy biomes in every game since the creation of time. Despite the fact that I'm Canadian, I do not enjoy living in a place full of ice and snow. So here we are, dealing with the mobs that always, and I mean always, love to make their selves into pests. Oh, look, a shortcut for the night. I think this was just some more work on mining, digging this out, checking in with you guys, explaining some things going on with the video and some plans I had. There we go. Readjust this headset. Okay, so here we are, going up, going down, stuff, work. Nothing exciting here, to be honest. I think this was a rather boring part. Very boring part for myself. And just, it was one of these necessities I had to deal with. I wish I could see future frames of this video. So I'll be back in a bit again because I don't want to sit through this. It's more boring than you could possibly imagine for me, and I'm just being a little bit finicky about the placement of platforms for maximum efficiency and everything here anyways. So I'll see you guys all again soon. Here we are, something always fun and exciting for me to deal with. As you can see below me, there's quite a bit of water. I managed to dig my tunnel down into a flooded cave. Bodies of water like this cause nothing but problems for myself and everybody else who ever played these kinds of games. Wow, this is boring without sound. So if you see directly below me, I'm actually placing down some rope I found during my earlier explorations here. But this body of water, I spent a lot of time in the next few episodes just dealing with it because caves like this often pay off once you drain them. The whole problem is, you know, draining them. So here we are. Oh, picking up some stuff I had drowned down there at an earlier point. But I'm just trying to make sense of the size of this underwater lake. And there is just a lot of issues I end up dealing with as a result of this place. I weighed the pros and cons many times about just toughing it out and working our way through it versus going around it, and here I decided to go through it. I don't know why. Digging air pockets frequently. Just trying to survive as best I can. So yeah, that is that for the next while. I'm going to skim through some footage. I am sure I did one or two more things that was actually exciting to watch, or was significant in some way. I don't know. I know I spent a lot of time dealing with this cave and so on. So I'll be back in a few moments, everyone. Yeah, let me go through the rest of this footage. We're gonna cut here. Okay, so here we are, dealing with a little bit of a discovery. I had gone out and explored quite a bit more, and we had discovered that this road has crimson, which is why I had to use another world to find the aforementioned shadow armor. While I was exploring, I had found a chest that contained a spear, which is my weapon of choice. And we are dealing with a with trying to survive here. I ultimately died, but hey, I was not prepared to come this far. So, yes, here we have incredibly powerful enemies to handle and so on. A lot of fighting, all of that fun stuff. And yes, so that's about it for this episode, to be honest. I die here and I cut, so I'm gonna cut here before I die and well, end it. So goodbye. Thank you for watching. I am sorry for this annoyance in the recordings, and I'll see you all next time. This next episode will not have such a huge amount of wonder in it, I promise. So bye bye.